Welcome to Poor Brothers Decisions.
Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing tonight? I am Mr. Zed. This is Mr. 3, and welcome to Poor Brothers. That intro that you heard was from Hoopy Star. He does a lot of great stuff for the show. He throws out some of the shorts that we got going on, but he did that awesome intro. He does our outro, and he does a lot of other stuff too. So
he does all our shorts.
Well, he does them now. Yeah. He does our shorts.
Hey.
He also does the website too. And that should be up and going. So definitely, if you got a chance, look up Mr. Zed Media /PBD. PBD, yeah, PBD, and you'll be able to see everything we got, including what are the shorts that we've got, along with some of the previous episodes and stuff we've drinking. I have just finished off my blade and bow. That's what I got in here. Mr. 3, what you got?
Oh, I'm gonna take it a little easy tonight. I got some Eagle Rare, 10-year.
There you go. That's all you can ask for is take it easy. The Eagle Rare is pretty good, nice and smooth.
It is. It's actually really nice.
I actually like that better than some of the other stuff that we've had. As far as being how smooth it is.
Yeah.
It's a good sipping whiskey. It's a very good, just kind of sit out back with a cigar and just kind of chillax.
So I can tell you that I went out last night and when I got home last night, I got home and we went out and had supper. When we got back home, we decided we were going to just throw around some Yahtzee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I decided I wanted to have a drink last night. So just out of S's and G's, I went ahead and grabbed a shot glass.
Yeah.
Poured me a shot.
Of?
And I grabbed my my Blue Lot.
Okay.
And I grabbed my glass here with my ice cube. I put my shot in there. And come to find out.
So
my shot in the show here is very much different than my shot in real life.
So your shot in the show looks something similar to this. And that's what it should look like.
This? No, this is too much. No, this is really more than a shot.
Oh, I know.
That is actually more like what it's supposed to look like.
Correct.
So, typically when I refill and I actually put more juice in there, I'm putting probably 2.5 shots in there.
I typically will have about this much in my glass with a nice sized ice cube, and that's what I sit with for the night, for the evening.
I have 3, maybe 4 of those.
Yeah, I'm also pushing some buttons, so I don't want to get too loosey goosey with the buttons.
Well, now that I'm aware of it.
Real quick, people in the chat. We have someone new in the chat. He was sent over by Ace. Ace is Dumb Criminals. He does a lot of cool stuff. Matter of fact, this afternoon at 6:30, he just ended his, I think, not too long ago. He was dealing with some Florida Karen, I think it was. And yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff. He also does some stuff with this cool judge that's in Texas. So yeah, it's he's got some interesting stuff out there. I suggest you go take a look at Ace's Dumb Criminals. And in the chat we have O'Neill the Welshman was sent over by Ace. O'Neill, appreciate you coming on over. We've also got Mama T, and we got Pops. Pops is in the chat. And I guess he's going to go downstairs and watch it with Mom. So we are there with that. We just got done talking with LD, and we also got done talking with our niece, Kai. And, she's doing good. LD's doing good. But outside of that, we're just kind of chilling today. Uh,
Yeah, I had a long day, so
oh, you and me both, brother.
uh,
Had to get up early, go to work, do payroll.
I just quick shout out to Pops. I looked very little into it from what time frame I had, so I'll get back with him a little bit later on that. For
What were you looking at?
just stuff on the uh, our newly acquired, at least newly acquired to us, new enclosed trailer for us.
Now that trailer's, especially the way that you've got it set up now, with the new wheels and everything, pretty badass.
Yeah, I like the wheels. It was. I didn't need to put the wheels on it, but at the same time, with the trip that I plan on taking, the lighter wheels. Not that it's going to help out a whole lot on fuel mileage, but lighter wheels. I'd
It'll be
like
a
to
little
think.
bit.
So
Now on the
uh,
way back, it's
yeah, but I knew it needed tires because it had the original ones on it from 2019. So
yeah. Hey O'Neill.
we'll try and
Cheers.
do one of these numbers. How's that?
Um,
But so no, I'm actually highly considering because I bought 5 brand new wheels and I bought 5 brand new tires for it.
yep.
I'm actually highly considering because I got through my work, I got the tires for my trailer dirt cheap, and they're good
Oh,
tires. So I'm
okay.
considering just getting another set of buying another wheel and another tire, just so I have 2 brand new tires, 2 brand new wheels, and then
Oh,
offload
as your
brand new
spares.
as the spares, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just offload the other ones to somebody who might need them.
I got a question for you.
Mhm.
I'm looking for wheels for my Jeep that are inexpensive, um, but I would prefer that they be solid black instead of chromed out and everything. Do you have a preference on the manufacturer or no? No, not really.
No,
Do you prefer, like, should I be going for steel or aluminum? Do you think?
um, I think aluminum, just weight wise, like as a mechanic, having to do rotations and stuff,
Yeah.
lifting them up and all that shit. The aluminum ones you can definitely tell a difference, but sometimes the aluminum can be fairly heavy, and then it also depends on what kind of tire you have on it, which could also make it heavy. So if you've got a nice heavy duty mud tire on there, it's going to make it heavier. So sidewall,
Right.
and there's more rubber, but overall, I think everybody's kind of gone to an aluminum wheel these days, just for.
Giggles.
I mean, most everything is just aluminum anymore these days, anyways. So now, when you find a steel wheel on a vehicle, it's low grade, you know.
Yeah.
But in actuality, a steel wheel is going to take an impact better than an aluminum wheel will. And if a steel wheel gets bent, you have a better chance of straightening it out. Not that you don't have a chance of straightening out an aluminum wheel, because you can, but
I actually did not know that.
an
I knew
aluminum,
that the steel wheel you could, but I did not know you could with an aluminum.
uh, in most cases, an aluminum wheel will actually crack depending on the severity of the hit. So there's no fixing it. But with a steel wheel, you're not going to crack a steel wheel.
If you do, you had a good time.
That's a pretty heavy duty hit.
That's a hell of a curb.
Yeah, yeah. So, no, there's no. I don't have a specific like manufacturer or anything like that. Just find a website and search their wheels, and if you don't like them, or just do a general search on your Jeep with wheels, and
Yeah.
you
No,
know they make black wheels. Everybody makes black wheels, man.
yeah, I just want solid black. Nothing fancy.
But you got gloss black, you got satin black, you got matte black, and then
If it was up to me, it'd be all freaking rhino blacked anyway.
so like a satin, then not
Yeah.
not flat finish, but like a semi gloss flat.
Just, I'm just tired of the shiny stuff.
Hello, wifey.
Hey, Shelly, how you doing? No, I was asking because you said you got them through your work, but
I got the tires through my work. I actually got the wheels, believe it or not, through Amazon.
no,
Mhm.
seriously?
Yep, all 5 of them. They showed up in. I mean, if I had lived back home, I would have probably got them next day, or
Yeah.
potentially same day. But here, when I ordered them, I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday, and they showed up yesterday.
No kidding.
So, but I bought.
I don't know why that. I have no idea why that surprises me, to be honest. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
And the thing is they're a good wheel. They hold 21. Each wheel is rated for 2,150 pounds apiece. So, if it's only a 7,000 pound cargo trailer,
Yeah.
just do the math at 2,000. That's 8,000 pounds. It's the tire. Each wheel is going to be more than capable of hauling whatever I need to haul.
Yep.
So, it's just you got to do your due diligence and make sure you get the right size, bolt pattern, width. That's it.
Yeah.
So
See,
back spacing in your case.
Yeah.
So
See, that's where I'd screw it up. I'd be that guy that like, hey, I'm gonna get these wheels, and
you get a 6 lug and you have a 5 lug.
no, I'd get the ones that says 20 on it, and it's 20 millimeter wheels instead of the 20-inch wheels. Yeah, that'd be my luck, because I don't read shit for nothing. I'm like, yeah, that looks good enough. The picture was nice.
So this week I was known as tie up your bay, Chris, and everybody else's bay.
Oh, you had to fix everyone else's shit?
No. Anything I touched this week tied up a bay for a day or 3 or all week.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Just the way it went down, man.
Oh, I've been there.
TSWs are good wheels. They're a little bit more on the. I mean, I don't know. I haven't checked in TSWs in a while, but I actually considered putting TSWs on my GTL. But TSWs are actually a good wheel. They're a good, pretty well known company out there. So
Nice.
But no, it just seemed like anything and everything I touched this week is and no fault of my own. Just wound up being stuck in the bay for the whole day, or I have one that's been stuck in my bay. The one that I use daily, my bay is tied up. It's been tied up all week. And then Friday I got one that spent half the day in the bay and is still in the bay because it's actually got a part that's back ordered with no release date. And they're saying its potential release date is going to be after the first of the year.
And you got to leave it in the bay,
Or
are you going to be able to kind of put it back together and take it out?
I should be able to put it back together and push it out. But we had the one that came in with a super weird. The guy said he was driving it and lights and everything just kind of went haywire on the dash, and
right.
He parked it and then just nothing. Like ignition, key on, no click, no nothing, just lights, and then when you go to push the ignition in to turn it off, wouldn't even shut off.
Oh, so it's just straight running the battery down.
Yeah, they wound up actually having to disconnect the battery cable. There's a lead underneath the hood that you can disconnect, and it kills even though the battery's underneath the seat. There's a lead underneath the hood on the right side that you can take off, and it kills the battery. That kills the power to everything.
Speaking of battery under the seat, I saw a video, and I don't know if I shared this with you.
What vehicle was that? Was that an Audi, a Porsche, or something like that? And the batteries exploded, and the seat was up in the roof.
Yes,
Yep.
you did. I did send that to you.
Yep.
I was like, I'm so glad this is under the passenger seat, but
No.
I don't know. Mine is.
Oh, the Jeeps are, yeah. Actually, some of them are the main batteries are underneath the driver's seat, so the large battery, and then the start-stop battery, which is their smaller 200 CCA batteries, are underneath the passenger seat.
What cars are those? Tell me that's not a Jeep.
Yeah, Jeep is one of them.
What?
Mhm.
Is that the newer models?
No, it was some of the older models. Not, I don't
have
think
a-
it was. You don't have start-stop, so yours is going to be underneath the passenger seat. But
Yeah. Okay.
I've
So I don't have
I've dealt with
thank God.
quite a few of them where the main battery is underneath the driver's seat, and the start-stop is underneath the passenger seat.
No.
And then some of the Jeeps, a lot of the Jeeps have both of them, the start-stop and the main battery underneath the passenger seat. Isn't that crazy though? Freaking battery explodes. It just sends just it basically you're no necked at that time.
Oh, you have ejection seat right into your freaking roof.
Yeah.
No, that's. Imagine a Tesla battery going off.
Yeah, that's the whole bottom of the car.
Yeah, you just got freaking launched into space.
Thanks, Elon.
Well, they're not the only ones. That every electric car's got the entire bottom of it freaking battery.
Well, I mean, where else are they going to put it? I mean, realistically,
I would say
for
put it in
weight,
the trunk, but they ain't got one.
but they got to have weight distribution. So, and the best way
Yeah.
to do it is to spread it out on the whole bottom side of the car for weight distribution.
Yeah. Still.
Well,
I
could
don't
you
like-
imagine? Well, have you ever been in an electric car and felt the acceleration on one of those?
I have.
Could you imagine just having that all in the back, all of your battery cells and everything just in the back seat? I mean, you're going to go from a dead start and you're just going to go.
Yeah.
You're going to wheelie.
Man. I don't like the idea of getting. I'm
Never
not
mind
very
the-
tall to begin with. I don't need to get shorter. 5'9" is short enough. Okay.
Never mind the fact that, even if you weren't doing a wheelie, the type of suspension you'd have to have in the rear,
Oh yeah.
and how light would the steering be in the front? Because now instead of your car sitting flat, it's sitting up like this, which instead of your wheels being like this, are now going to do one of
Yeah.
these numbers, and everything in the front is going to be steering lightly.
Oh yeah. It's like those silly ass kids and those country kids with those damn trucks that squat. It's
Yeah,
such a-
I mean-
it's such a dangerous thing.
And O'Neill's right. The electric cars are infinite torque. It feels like infinite torque until you get up to your top end, towards your top end, then it kind of levels out and just stays there. Where you get your torque here on
Yeah.
like a gasoline or diesel engine, and your torque, well, diesels are slightly different because you can have 800 horsepower out of your motor and still have 12 to 1400 foot-pounds of torque on the rear, which is
Oh, that's
insane. You have all your bottom end torque there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the diesels are for. They're literally torque monsters. But no, I'm good. I don't need batteries underneath my seats, man.
I'm glad it's under the passenger seat. That's all I'm saying. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
I feel
just
bad for the
remind-
passenger, but hey.
That just reminds me next time I take a joyride with you, I'll sit in the back.
Man, it just does not sound like a good time, sir.
No.
Anyway, that's I guess a good way to start the craziness for the evening. As you can see, Skynet is real is the name of the episode. For those of you old enough to remember Terminator and Skynet, we've been getting on this little kick of surveillance and everything lately, and yeah, it's one of those things. doesn't seem like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. I know
No,
there's been a lot of legal ramifications coming around with different cops getting, stripped of their job and their badges and everything, but they're putting
if
their
you
foot down on putting stuff out there more and more and more.
well,
The
and
real estate is huge now. It's getting worse.
there's a guy on the TikTok that used to work for the flock camera people,
Yeah.
and he's basically said it like he went to the very first one that he put up. He says they just are slamming them in the ground. They don't care where they're putting them
No.
legally, and you have to because the way that he explained it was if they hit the pole, it could literally be a bad situation for the driver that hit it because of the way that the pole collapses. It can actually injure and or unalive a person
So
instead of actually just breaking off and going down like it's supposed to underneath the vehicle.
so here's something. Right in front of my work, there was a flock camera, and I'm sitting there one morning, and I hear this car, and I got there early, like crazy early, and I was doing some repair or something, and I turn around and I hear a little bit of squeal, and then I hear a crash, and then I hear car just keep going. I'm looking around like I have no idea what the hell just happened. It hit something. I don't know what it hit. So light comes out a little bit. Mind you, this is dark 30. Like sun's not up, nothing. Sun starts coming up about an hour later. So I start walking the property. I go take a look, and I was like, holy cow. I go, this camera, this license plate camera, and this is before I really got into knowing what flock was. I went, wow, this license plate reader camera got hit. And I'm looking at it, and it bent the pole all the way down, and it just destroyed everything there. And you could see where whatever it hit under the car, it looked like a mixture of coolant, oil, and maybe transmission fluid. Like,
Depends on how he hit the car, but realistically, transmission fluid because of the way it's yeah, it could be very well. He may not have hit the transmission, but it could have just been the front radiator which busted.
right.
So yeah,
So he hit the curb and came up. I went back and I was able to look at the video. He hit the curb, and you could see the headlights go like this. And that's when he hit it, and that's why it bent over the way it did. If he would have hit it straight on, it would have come back into the windshield. But he had hit the curb, and he had enough of the front of the car, in the air enough to where it folded it over.
Yeah.
And he just kept going. And then about a month and a half later, someone comes up, puts a new one in.
I'm surprised it took that long.
I am as well now. Back then I wasn't. I was like, well, who's sitting there watching these things all the time? And
Well, hell, now they've got it to where if they're even being tampered with, it immediately sends a drone out. It calls the cops and sends a drone out.
Which I've got a little thing about the drone systems that they got going on now.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they he hit it, or she hit it, or whatever car it was hit it, and it was about a month to a month and a half later before they came out and repaired it, which is nuts because of the fact that the more I've read into this, the more I've looked into this, the more I have listened to people talk about this. It is like typically if it happens within a week that they've got a new one up, typically. And I was like, wow, wonder why it took so long to get this one repaired. So, but I think it was just because of how new it was, I guess. Because in the past year, they've exploded just across the nation. And I'm in Georgia, and we have, I want to say that we are the number one state with the most flock cameras in it. So, um, yeah. And plus, the flock system is, or the flock main office is here in Georgia as well. Did you freeze?
No.
Okay. You just quit moving. You got to do. You can't just sit there like.
Sorry, I was reading O'Neill's comment there.
That's fine. Move a little bit, damn it.
My bad.
I'm over here talking to myself and shit. But no, yeah, their main headquarters is here in Atlanta, I think. I think it's Atlanta or Buckhead or something. But anyway, when you go down there, they don't like people knowing what floor they're on. They don't like people knowing anything, but they want to know everything about you. So it's kind of a.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, do your day in history before we get crazy and all this shit.
Yeah. All right. So I like to go into this day in history kind of blind. I like just to put my little bookmark in there and then kind of open it up and see what it says. But this is what I read from the book of this day in history. Okay. Kind of near and dear to my heart right there. Anyway. Oh, I forgot. Now I can see. I can read.
Mine were sitting right here somewhere.
They're on top of your head. I'm
No, they're
kidding.
Huh.
All right. So let's see. 1261. So this is a long time ago. 1261. Alexios. What in the hell? Strategopoulos. Alexios Strategopoulos recaptures Constantinople. He had a relatively small force, but was able to lead a detachment into the city at night by way of a secret passageway. Once inside, he overpowered the guards, opened the gates, allowing the rest of his army to enter. The capture of the city, which had been held by Latin Crusaders since 1204, marked the reestablishment of the Byzantine Empire. So it sounds like they pull a little Troy type of deal, where
Trojan, like a Trojan horse thing.
kind of, except instead of having being let in by the people, they found a secret passage in and then opened up everything. So Constantinople, it's in Turkey. There's a song about it. Remember that song back in the 80s?
Not off the top of my head. I wasn't a big music guy, remember?
Yeah, that's true. All right.
You would
Well,
sing for the musics.
I can't sing it because we'll get copyright or we'll have our stream shut down because of my lack of singing ability. So we're not going to go there.
I mean, we live on the edge every day.
Yeah, but we like this show every Saturday, so
Yes.
we don't. 1593, Henry the Sixth of France converts to Catholicism. Henry, he was a Protestant, and the powerful Catholic League had opposed him becoming king. His public conversion to the Roman Catholic faith allowed him to ascend to the throne. He later declared the Edict of Nantes, which guaranteed religious liberties to Protestants in France. In 1610, a fanatical Catholic named Francois Ravaillac assassinated Henry. So he was a Protestant, converted to Catholicism because the Catholic Church wasn't going to let him become the king. And then once he became king, he turned around and said, hey, look, Protestants, we're going to give you some protections under the crown. And then he was later assassinated. Hey, Ace, how you doing? We got O'Neill, the Welshman, in the chat. We appreciate you sending him over.
I like this guy, too, because he sounds like he's pretty well versed and well knowledge in a lot of different areas.
Oh, yeah. Speaking about the UK license plate readers, yeah, being everywhere, it's the same way out here now.
Well, I'm assuming since it's O'Neill the Welshman, I didn't put two and two together, but yeah, I do now.
You might assume that he's in the UK. He could be over here now and just left the UK because he didn't like it no more.
Well, I'm gonna say, judging by his comment, in the UK we have ALPR. I'm gonna assume he's probably still potentially, maybe
See, now you're getting all
slightly still there.
fancified with this grammatical stuff. Okay, uh, we can't be doing that.
Yep. He's still over there.
He's in Wales.
Yep.
Yep. All right,
Well, that's
17
awesome. I did not know we had people from overseas checking our shit
different-
out.
a different country
Yeah, that's awesome.
on the other side of the pond.
That's wicked. That's awesome.
Isn't it though?
It kind of brings you.
Well, it lets you know that the world, as big as it is kind of small with technology. Which brings me to another point later.
To see other countries kind of chime in. It really is.
Oh yeah. There you go. Welsh born and bred, and when I die, I'm Welsh dead.
Yep.
I've actually heard that before, and I can't remember where. I think it was when I was over in Iraq.
It's
We had a couple of British guys, a couple of Welsh guys with us that we'd eat lunch with that did security and whatnot. And I think one of them said something like that. All right. Let's see. 1788. Mozart completes his Great G Minor Symphony. Now, I kind of like Mozart and Bach and Beethoven and Tchaikovsky and the whole bit. But I couldn't tell you the difference between half of them. I just like listening to them. It was one of his only two symphonies written in minor key by Mozart, which was this Great G Minor. Some historians believe Mozart never heard the symphony performed, although a letter discovered in 1802 asserted the composer was at a performance in Leipzig. The performance was so poor that Mozart walked out in frustration. Centuries later, physicist Albert Einstein called the symphony Mozart's Appeal to Eternity. So can you imagine writing something as grand as, this big composition, and then you go to listen to people play it and they just butcher it? I mean,
that's kind of, I don't know if the analogy would be quite right, but that would be like watching somebody try and use a wrench in a screwdriver application.
yes.
It's horrible.
Take that nice sounding V8, okay? That low rumble, okay?
And put it over a car speaker.
Oh, worse than that, you have someone like me that doesn't know shit about working on cars go in there and try and tune it and be like, doesn't it sound good? And you're like, oh my God, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. You get up and walk away. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not touching this. I'm going away now. That's what it would sound like. Did the little hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up a little bit and you get the shivers?
No, but I definitely got the shivers.
Let's see. 1866. Ulysses S. Grant is promoted to a 4-star general. 1866. Ulysses S. Grant.
Good Lord, homie.
What? Oh, all of my stuff going off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't help it. That's work. Work is work is work. Let's see if I can turn some of that down because it just does not want to stop. But no, when I think of Ulysses S. Grant, I'm thinking at the turn of the century. I didn't realize that much before the turn of the century. And that's why I like this book, is because some of the stuff that you think, oh wow, that's not too long ago, or that happened not too. It puts into perspective. Like actually, it happened quite a bit sooner than I thought, or happened quite a bit later than I thought. So, Yeah, it's one of those. It's kind of like Cleopatra lived closer to the iPhone than she did to the building of the pyramids. We live closer to Tyrannosaurus Rex than Tyrannosaurus Rex lived to the Brontosaurus.
That's wild.
Okay, it's little things like that. You're like, what? And that time scale that goes. And you're like, oh, okay, interesting. I didn't realize that. Um, when you think, let's take into this account, okay? 600 BC. When you think of 600 BC, okay, 600 years before the year zero,
Before Christ, right?
do you really think of a difference between 600 BC and the year zero, like technological advancements or anything? People, like, is there really much of a difference, or do you think that if you got dropped in the year zero or the year 600 before, that there would be a whole lot of a difference?
Not really. You wouldn't think.
Okay, but I want you to think about this. 600 years ago from today is 1400.
Mhm.
What's the difference between 1400 and now? That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So, was there actually big differences, or were they just flatlined for 600 years? And that really starts getting your noggin going. You're like, wait a second. So,
Mhm.
that's why I kind of like this book, is because you know what? Sometimes you start thinking about time and dates and everything just a little different. Let's see. 1943, Mussolini falls from power. The Italian fascist dictator had ruled Italy with an iron grip since 1922 when he marched on Rome with the shock troops. Those shock troops were called the Black Shirts. Brown coats, black shirts. The Italian king, wishing to avoid bloodshed, appointed Mussolini prime minister. In 1925, Mussolini dropped the pretense of democratic rule and declared himself uh, the leader. While in power, Mussolini signed an alliance with Nazi Germany, removed political opponents with the help of his secret police, outlawed labor strikes, and openly aspired to establish a totalitarian state. July 9th of 43, American troops invaded Sicily, began preparing to assault the Italian mainland. The Fascist Council voted on July 25th to remove Mussolini from power and imprison him. German commandos rescued him. Hitler placed him at the head of a puppet government in the north of Italy. Less than 2 years later, Italian communist partisans captured the fascist dictator and summarily executed him. So, came in, took power, removed from power, took power a little bit more. They came in, took him, and then killed him. So, sometimes being a dictator is not the best way to go. Let's see. And O'Neill's right. The Vatican did submit to Mussolini because what they were trying to do was protect the actual Vatican from getting destroyed. And they were doing anything and everything that they could at that time to make sure that, shit didn't get jacked up. They also took a lot of stuff, moved it out of the country, and later had to move it back into the country and put it back into the Vatican. Let's see here. 1999. Lance Armstrong wins Tour de France. In doing so, the cancer survivor was the first American to win the storied bicycle race. Years later, he had his multiple titles stripped when it was discovered he had used performance-enhancing drugs. he got caught using the drugs, and there were so many other of the bicyclists that were also using and didn't get caught, but because he had titles, they stripped him of the titles, and the people that were using the stuff found other stuff to use that wasn't able to get caught as easily. So it is what it is. Anyway, that's this day in history.
Well, that's like racers when they race.
Yeah.
They find different ways around it. And then it's,
Yep.
well,
it's only a war crime the first time.
You're okay this time, but now there's a rule. And a lot of the racers can come up with well, I'm the reason that rule's there.
Yeah. It's never a war crime the first time. That's the best way to look at it.
So,
he was getting blood transfusions to cover it up. He's not the only one that did it, though. It's kind of like
back then it was just the thing to do. It really was. I mean,
it's even more okay to do it now because there's so many different ways to skirt it.
Yeah. And you would think it would be the other way around with the way the technology is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think that, hey, there are certain things that you really shouldn't cheat at, I guess. And then there's other things it's like, we'll allow it. And then we can make a rule about it. As long as you didn't break the rule to begin with. Kind of like what F1 does.
Kinda.
If any of the racing, as long as you don't blatantly break the rule that's already established, if you can find a workaround, we'll let it slide, and maybe it will only be for that race, but we're not going to hit me up too hard for it on that race. The next race is going to be illegal. So there you go.
That's wild if they actually considered that.
I think they should. I really do. I really do. I think they should.
I don't know, because the consequences of that could be, crazy detrimental.
Yes, but if everyone that's in the league is doing it, then they're all
equal to an extent, yes.
On the consequences aspect of it. It's not like half of them are doing it, the other half are not doing it because they don't, I think those that are going straight leg should do it straight leg, and those that want to play around with fire, let them play around with fire.
Well, and I think the biggest reason why they don't let you play around with fire like that is just because of the fact that you could go overboard, and then if you go overboard and it's publicly available for that.
Take the warning label off the damn mattress, okay? Just let it go. Let nature do its thing. Right?
Yeah. If you want to drink scalding hot coffee,
go right on ahead. We'll let you.
Yep.
If you want to, if you want to make toast while you're in the bathtub, hey, go ahead.
Well, there's two streets to that.
Take the warning labels off. Exactly. Darwin will sort them out.
You did right.
We got awards for everyone that wants to participate.
Anyway.
But no, this day in history, I like the book because, well, we've been doing it every show. I think we missed one.
One or two, yeah, I think.
We missed one, and Pops got on our.
Oh yeah,
got on my ass for it.
Yep.
It's like, whoops. But yeah, you learn cool stuff. Also on the website, there's going to be a section of this day in history that gets pulled. Some of it's going to be the same that's in the book, purely by accident, and there's going to be other stuff that gets randomly thrown in there that's not in the book. So that's kind of cool. And then on the website, you'll be able to go straight to the merch and pick up shirts and stuff. Chris and I are working on.
We should do it this day in history for our show.
What do you mean? You piqued my interest. Let's go. Come on.
Just exactly what I said. This day in history on our show. This day on this Saturday, this is what we talked about, and it should just be this day in history. This is what we talked about.
Yeah, but when, like on the website, or just in general?
In general.
So we would have to wait until we did a show on July 25th and talk about what we did today.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time of July 25th happens to be out on a Saturday.
And we could have a shirt about it. Or a hat.
Oh. Interesting. We might have to cook on that one a little bit. Speaking of cooking, we get to 500 subscribers. We're going to have ourselves a cooking episode where we're going to be smoking some meats, drinking some whiskey, having a couple of cigars, and we'll kind of put it out there for you guys to let us know exactly which way we want to go with it. We're going to have a little poll and everything. We're still working on the little nuances with that. But yeah, we're gonna do something like that when we hit 500 subscribers. So that'll be kind of cool. And then from there, we're actually you're gonna do some type of a smoke deal with your setup. I'm gonna do a smoke deal with my setup.
Yeah, because you have a cabinet style, and then I have an actual.
Right.
I mean, they're both pit bosses, if I recall. But
no, mine's a master built.
Yeah, you have a cabinet style smoker, so you could get a little bit lower on the temps than I can get. But
but yours has the ability to actually do searing and all that other stuff. Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't get hot enough. Doesn't even get close to hot enough.
I can smoke eggs. I can make smoked mac and cheese. I can make cookies. I can make pies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do all kinds of good stuff.
And if we actually,
I just can't do like your slow roll, like ribs and briskets. And I mean, I could do a brisket, but it's just not going to be probably as nice as something that you could produce, just because yours is a little bit slower.
It does do a little slower. It does do a little bit.
Well, it's just a lower heat, so
yeah,
you could do yours a little bit slower than I can.
Yep. Now, if we happen to figure out, let's say we get to figure out, hey, we're going to hit 500 subscribers about this time. Maybe we could, maybe I could throw my cabinet smoker in the back of the old Jeep and haul it up to you, and then we can do it together.
Good.
Or, vice versa.
Vice versa.
Come down this way. Yeah. So, be kind of fun.
I think that'd be neat.
And then we could do like an all-day stream, just sitting here BSing and.
Well, yours will be an all-day stream. Mine won't be, because I already know what I'm doing, and mine only takes an hour. So.
Oh.
It might take a little bit longer depending on what I involve in it, but I could probably do a little bit on the smoked eggs. I could probably do a little bit on the cookies, depending on if I wanted to do cookies.
Right.
I actually have 5 different species of woods, so yeah.
Yeah, I've got.
Well, pellets, I should say, not wood.
I use wood chips.
Mm-hmm.
You use pellets. The wood that I use peach, I use apple, mesquite, pecan. What's the other one that's?
You got walnut?
I have not used walnut. Damn, what's that other one? Mesquite. there's a mix. It's like a barbecue style, uh, but I've also got a bourbon. It's from like the bourbon barrels that they broke up, and so it's got all that bourbon in the wood, and I need to cut it up smaller because it won't fit. But yeah, I got some of that I'm going to use.
Yeah, they have a competition blend out there. Most companies do, but
Yeah, I actually enjoy the pecan, the peach, and the apple, especially the apple when I'm doing pork. That's real good. Uh, Mesquite's good on some of the barbecued beans, like when you do your barbecue baked beans. Uh, Mesquite was really good with the ribs.
Mhm.
Uh, I did ribs with it, and holy cow, it was good. Um, but yeah, we I've used a little bit of different woods to go along with it.
my favorite thing is cooking steak. So
Yeah,
you haven't had one of my steaks yet,
yeah, we did. You made one of them when I was up there last.
did I?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
it was good. Yeah,
huh? I guess my brain is just. That's right, because I remember now busting it out. It was the first time I busted it out all year. Yep.
yeah. Because you and I were talking about how the auger works and everything, and how you can set yours and go to work, and it just do it all day long for you. Me, I gotta every 20 to 30 minutes, I gotta put more chips in there. So yeah.
I'm very weather specific here as well. Just I don't have. It's not like where I used to live in Arizona, where I could go out every single day and smoke any and everything that I wanted to eat. Here,
I
I I have a hard time with it because I have rain
uh
a lot, and then in the wintertime I have a bunch of snow. So
I have smoked in the rain. I have smoked in the snow. I have smoked in the heat. I have smoked in the cold. Uh, when I decide I'm going to smoke, I don't give a shit what the weather is outside. To be honest. Uh,
try
now
that.
I
Try that with 6 inches of snow. See how
uh,
you
oh,
do.
I'm fine because I put it. I go out there and I do what I got to do, and I come back inside.
It's a little harder to maintain it for sure.
Uh, it does definitely slow it down a little bit.
So it'd slow mine down a lot.
Yeah.
So
But because mine's a cabinet smoker, it holds everything in fairly nice, so I don't have to worry about it as much.
I
Uh,
do.
but yeah, I actually enjoyed the shit out of it. Uh, Going out there and doing it and coming back inside, looking out the window. Like, yep, still going. Neighbors going, peeking out because they could smell it. Like, ha, suckers.
That's
Uh,
one of my favorite things is when you get that going and you got a real nice, super good smell going, and it just
yeah,
lingers for
yeah. And, well, you're
miles.
in the holler too, so
Yeah,
you got that valley and whatnot. Your neighbors are probably pissed at you when you get that going good.
yeah.
Me, I just got a couple of neighbors around me. They're like, "Can we come over for dinner?" It's like, "Yeah, come on in." Uh, Wales. I looked at a globe, trying to figure out where some of the countries and everything were, and holy cow, is it in your head that they're just straight across the water? No, they're across and then up. Um, they're like way up there, like Canada type shit, like above freaking Maine, uh, up there. And it's amazing how far up they actually are. Because the bitch about the heat waves and everything. It's like, well, come on. I mean, get in the modern times, you got AC, right? No, they don't, because they don't need it. And that's how far up north they are. They don't need AC until they do, and then it
I mean,
sucks.
I mean, technically, I don't need AC here if I didn't want it
True.
because I could probably get away with just doing some ceiling fans and just fans in general.
Yeah.
if we condition myself to it.
Oh yeah.
Because it doesn't get over 100 here that I've seen yet.
No, but if it does, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, between the 85 and 90-degree days with humidity,
Hey, Crystal. Thanks for stopping in.
so hi, Crystal. But yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily need the AC here, but I've gotten kind of lazy, and when it gets to like, I don't know, 75 to 78, I'm like, I want the cool air. Give it back.
So we had the popcorn ceiling stripped in our living room, and they went in to paint it. Apparently, I keep my house cold enough to where there's moisture in the walls or the ceiling. So when you went to paint, it wasn't like you'd paint and then it'd peel off, even with the fresh paint. He's like,
Wow.
it's too freaking moist in here. So we've had the during the day, especially when we're at work or whatnot, we'll have the dehumidifiers in there trying to dry it out, so that when he comes back, he'll paint.
I'm surprised because like my system has a dehumidifier built into it, so it keeps it at a certain
Mine's
humidity
old.
level.
Yeah, mine's old enough to where it doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, but no, he he was real apologetic about the fact that like I can't finish it. It's bubbling. I can't. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Number one, popcorn ceiling's gone. It looks great. Okay, there's a flaw here and a flaw here. Uh, have you seen the rest of the house? uh, it's an old ass house, man. um, but it's like it's just enough to where you don't have to do anything. You know.
I'm assuming he's probably right on the verge of just being able to get it, and not get it,
What's that?
the mold.
Oh, yeah. If you definitely got to be careful. And the thing is, I don't have a crazy cold. I've got it, 70 to 68 to 70 degrees.
That's where mine typically is, if I
Right.
can, if I'm allowed to. At least in the house.
Yeah.
During the day, it doesn't get that because she doesn't have it that way, and she works from home, so
But
she'll let that thing
you,
get to like 76, 78, and
but at
she's
night,
pretty.
right before you get home, she'll drop it down for you.
Uh, a lot of times when I get home, I have to ask to have it turned down. But it only gets turned down to like 72, 73, 74, somewhere in there. But as far as the house is concerned, as far as the bedroom is concerned, that thing's on a timer where it goes down to like 65,
So you can go to sleep.
so I can go to sleep.
Oh yeah. I know that we're both from the desert. Uh,
Yes, we are.
I have to have a fan. I have to have air circulation.
And it's the worst goddamn thing for you. It
It
really is.
Yeah, but I can't. I have to have air circulation. I don't care how cold it is. I have to have air circulation.
Mhm.
I could be outside, and if it's dead still, I'm awake. I can't do it. If there's a breeze going, I'm fine. Absolutely fine.
Yep.
And it just has to circulate in the room. It doesn't have to be on me or anything. It just I have to be able to feel the air just circulating. Um, and I think that's the biggest reason that there's no mold, I guess, is because of the fact that there's enough air circulating. We allow it to dry out, with the heat in the summer and everything else, that it doesn't, do its thing.
That's true. If she needs to get cooled down, she has the fan, and the fan also acts as a heater. So if she gets too cold, then she can also kick that on.
Yeah. So, all right. Want to get into the craziness that we've been talking about with the Skynet
I
stuff?
mean, we're technically an hour in, so we probably ought to.
Probably. Cheers.
Well,
All right. So, let me see here. kind of want to figure out exactly what I want to look at. Okay. Talk about craziness. All right. Now, this is all kind of leading up to Skynet. All right. Da, 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 da. Here we go.
You see that crap?
You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Lab-grown skin from human cells now lets robots smile and self-heal like us. They're actually utilizing DNA from us, people, and making cell cultures and stuff like that. And they're able to use that type of skin that they're growing to put it on robots and such. I need to make sure there's no volume on this. But just like our skin, if you cut it, you poke it, whatnot, it can heal. You can move it around. It will, with the certain stimuli, little electrical charges or whatnot, that can make it move like it's smiling or whatever, just like it would be on your body. They haven't quite got the muscle thing down yet, but with more and more practice, they'll be able to do all that type of stuff. But yeah, this is absolutely nuts that we're seeing this type of technology. They've been using this type of stuff for, ear, like we need an ear for someone. So we're going to, culture a new ear because someone got burned or whatnot, and they do face graft or they need a new nose or something. But they're taking that technology to make that and putting it onto robots. And if you've seen some of the robots that they got running around, they're very humanoidish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They got some of these Japanese robots that are like, at first glance, you're like, oh, that's pretty. Wait, that's weird. What's wrong? And then you realize it's a robot, you know? The crazy thing about it is the more that they dive into trying to make robots real, the more that we're going to go deeper and deeper into like that Terminator realm, okay? Which is why Skynet. But you're not at first glance going to be able to understand why or understand that what you're looking at is not human. And it's going to take you a minute to look into it. There's a syndrome where if we look at something, okay, we see shapes or whatnot. So like you could take a look at a cloud and you can see like a dragon or you can see a cow or whatever, okay? There's that aspect where association just by our brains. There's also another one where we could look at something that is designed to look real and look at it and go, that's not right. That is just, there's something about it that's not, okay? And their goal is to take that aspect of it away, okay? Where when you look at it, you don't realize what you're looking at is fake, okay? Yes, I don't remember which one is which, O'Neill, but yes. One of them associates like where you can see shapes and you associate a weird shape as a face or a person or an animal or something. And the other one is where you look at someone and something's just off about it, and then you realize it's not real. Okay, there's something with the eye, something with the face, or something. They're trying to get rid of that. So that was kind of interesting. I was looking at that, going, "That's kind of messed up." So I wanted to bring that to you and go, "Hey, how about this? How do you like that, Chris?"
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I knew it was coming.
It's real soon. We're gonna have them walking amongst us and if we're not paying attention, we're not going to realize it's not real. And don't give it to a damn Marine, because they're either going to fight it, fuck it, or break it. One of the two or three. So that's just the way it is.
Have you seen the package with the crayons? That's actually gum.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been looking to get some of that.
I think I sent that to you yesterday.
Yes, and I saw it like the day before, and I sent that to JD. So yeah, it's
That's
and it looks
hilarious.
It looks tastier than the other packages that we've seen before with the crayon gummies or candies or whatnot. Here's something that is definitely interesting. Okay, I'm gonna blow this. Let's see if I can get this picture. There we go. So, see this box here?
Mm-hmm.
On the side.
Yeah.
On the side right here.
Yeah.
That is a clear, and it's not clear on the outside, but it's because it looks like a label, but it allows these cameras that's inside this box
to view out and not so much view in.
Correct. Well, here's the kicker to it. Okay. And you can read a little bit of it here. I'm going to read it for you. After a storm knocked down a tree near the chain bridge that connects DC to Virginia, a utility worker in the DC area spotted a box that was on a pole that was broken open. Hanging out were a pair of cameras, these guys here, that were looking out of a window of the box, right there. The window was disguised to look like a warning label, like the ones on the opposite side of the box. So let's see if I go, that warning label right there.
Yep.
You look at it and you're like, oh, that's just a sticker on the side. No, that was actually, you could view through it.
Of course.
The power cable for the box had been run up the pole and into the head LED part of the street lamp and tapped into 120 volt power from the lamp, which is unmetered. So nobody gets billed for it. Nobody knows who put it up. Nobody's getting a bill for the power that was used. And they don't know exactly where the video is going.
The city got built if it's a street lamp.
Right, but it's using such little power, it wasn't billed separately. It was just ate in with it.
It was absorbed.
Yes. The cameras are pointed toward a road coming from Virginia and going toward the chain bridge and the road that goes to the left where many diplomats live. So ambassadors and stuff like that, okay, of foreign countries. Not our own country, foreign countries. So my guess, just thinking about this in a very security-minded way, is one of our 3-letter agencies put this up to look at the comings and goings of some of these ambassadors from foreign countries.
Yep.
Which, that does not surprise me. Not even a little bit. Now, it doesn't surprise me because, one, it's a foreign ambassador. We're always going to, just like they're doing to us, they're always going to be looking at us. We're always going to be looking at them when we're in their country, so on and so forth.
Yeah, okay. We're just making sure there's no foul play.
Okay. How many of those boxes have you seen around? They just look like utility boxes on the side of a pole.
I mean, honestly, you just don't pay attention that much because it's just there's so many of them.
Right. So how many of them actually have cameras inside of them?
You'll never know unless you break apart every single one of them.
Right. And that is the kicker, is when our own people were trying to spy on us, they had to go and do kind of extreme measures to do it, like putting the boxes up and they had to have these special stickers. They're not doing that anymore. They're not. They're just putting up these damn flock cameras everywhere. And these flock cameras,
They don't have to hide it no more.
no. And the reason they don't have to hide it is because Flock is technically a private company.
Mhm.
Okay. And a lot of times they're giving access to the cameras for free to certain 3-letter agencies, certain um, police forces and stuff to that nature. Okay. They're giving that information away for free because they're charging the city on the back end anyway, or they're charging the state on the back end anyway. And they're allowing this just to go, which brings me to what they're giving it away for free. Where is the surveillance aspect coming in where our Fourth Amendment rights are null and void? In order for the police to get access to certain camera footage and everything, they have to have a warrant. But if they're just given this freely by a third party company that's a civilian, guess what? They don't have to have a warrant. If the CIA or the FBI wanted to spy on you,
They just go right to the free information.
They have to go and they have to get a warrant. But now they don't have to do that. They have found a way to circumvent that.
Yep.
Okay. And the thing is, Flock is not the only ones doing this.
No.
We talked about Palantir last time. Okay. Here's another one that is interesting that I have found that is new. Look at these things. This is called signal trace.
Yep.
You take these and you marry them up with Flock or Palantir or whoever. Okay. Oh, and see this little box over here? Oh, there it is. This little guy right there.
Yep.
Want to bet there's a camera in it? Just saying. Signal trace is, it's not separate from a license plate reader, but it does more than just that. It reads signals from your phones. It reads signals from your watches, your headphones, your vehicles, key finders, okay?
RFID.
RFID, any electronic that sends out a signal, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, doesn't matter. It picks it up and it starts associating that with the vehicle you just were in.
Yep.
Or if you were walking, it's taking facial recognition from you. Okay?
It's compiling a list
Everything.
for that individual. So
Yes.
if you walk by it and you have your phone or your earbuds, a laptop, an RFID protector, anything, it associates that data with you because it's you in that area.
And
Same thing in your car. They're doing it on your passengers. They're doing it on
Yeah.
you.
They're absolutely, it is. And people they're blind to it. They're ignorant to it. And I don't mean ignorant in a bad sense. I mean ignorant as if they just don't know.
Right. They don't have the technological savvy to understand it.
Right. And when I tell you that your key fob sends out a signal, there's a signal that is attached to that key fob, and that is now attached to you because it's attached to your phone, which is attached to your headphones, and all of that is put together. And you could be in your car, I could be in your car, you could be in my car, and the fact that maybe one day we're both riding around in mine and the next day we're both riding around in yours, they're going to associate me and you together along with all of our electronics. So now they've tied us together and there's no way we could get away from it.
Nope. I think just the regular ALPR system or the LPR system has the gunshot identifier system with it.
Okay, so Palantir does, Flock now does. They didn't when they first started, but they do now. Okay, with the triangulation and all of that. Um, the signal finder, okay, they have it as well. So yeah. Hey, give me a quick second. I gotta go grab this phone call real quick. Um, sorry about that. You're gonna have to hold on to this for just a moment, sir.
Okay, here we go again. Yeah. How do you guys like this surveillance state now? I bet as much as we're all tied up on technology, it kind of makes you wonder what you have to do to get away from it. And the only way to get away from it really is to get rid of. I mean, you have to get rid of technology, and if you want to be able to drive, you have to get something that doesn't have technology in it. So pre-96, start driving your older stuff again. No technology involved in any of that. Don't take your cell phones. Don't take your keys. Don't have any RFID stuff. Anything technologically advanced, don't have anything with you. No Bluetooth, no nothing. I agree. It is 100% not the world I used to know. So, but you'd have to go through such extreme. You would have to go through so much to get rid of the technology to not be found. It's just crazy. I mean, and we're all just embittered and just entangled with all of the technology that it's very difficult not to. You got to have, like I was saying, you have pre-96 with no technology. You can't carry a cell phone. You can't, I mean, I would even probably go as far as saying you probably shouldn't even have debit cards anymore because who knows what they're doing with those anymore. Credit cards, they could have stuff embedded into that to throw out signals.
Oh, they do. They absolutely do.
So you would literally just be.
I'm telling you, I have the solution.
I mean, stark naked. There you go.
No, we got to let the sun do the burp. We got to have a sun burp. We have to have another Carrington event. Fry everything. Send us all back to the Stone Age. And at least one or two generations don't have to deal with this shit until they rebuild.
Yeah. But I'm just talking as an individual, like right now, if you wanted to get away from that, the extreme
you would have to go so much to get away from it.
The extreme steps that you would have to take to get to that point would be just insane.
And they would fight you tooth and nail. So
Absolutely.
let's say that you wanted to go off the grid completely. Okay.
Most places won't let you no more.
They won't. You have to have running water. Okay, fine. I have running water. Well, you have to have a certain amount of electricity. Oh, well, okay, well, I have to have an electrical hookup. Yes, but you have to use so much of it. Otherwise, you can't just go in and just turn it off. They're like, nope, can't do that.
They have choked us down so far that literally, back you used to own your things. You don't own nothing anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just ridiculous. You pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
Even back in the day, you paid 60, 80, 100 grand for a house. Early, what, 80s, 90s? You paid that kind of money?
Yeah.
You pay, well, look at what happened with pickup trucks over the last 5 or 6 years where they were reaching $110,000 for these trucks. I mean, you're buying a house.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
like the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. It's a nice looking vehicle, but I'm not paying 105, 110 for it.
Yeah, no. It's just insane, the pricing. And I don't know that we'll ever come out of it to where we're going to get back into a normal place for buying vehicles. I think it's just kind of it's just the new norm at this point, which is
That's what,
absolutely ridiculous because that's just what they do to you.
yeah.
They charge and charge and charge and charge, but then you don't get any more on you. So they bring you down, 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 down.
Yeah.
And you can't, they're making it to where people can't live. But in order to get away from technology, you would literally have to go back into the Stone Age and you would just have to find a piece of property and just disappear.
If they let you.
I mean, there's nothing that says you can't own 10, 15, 20, 30 acres and then just disappear. I mean, at some point, somebody might fucking catch up with you, but.
Well, they want to know what you're doing on it because let's say you have no electricity going out to it. Yeah, you can own the land, but
it's my hunting property. I don't have to have electricity on it.
Well, you have to have mail go somewhere. It's just like people that travel the world and
that's easy. You just put it in a PO box or whatever and just let it go.
No, certain things cannot have a PO box. Even people that go and they travel with RVs and everything, you have to have a physical address of some type, and they're cracking down on the use of PO boxes as a permanent address. It's absolutely asinine, which is why they're using relatives and stuff like that. But,
well, your RV is literally considered a mobile home.
Correct, but it doesn't have a physical stationary address for you to pay taxes and stuff like that. It has to be associated with one location so that you can pay the appropriate taxes, so you can do the appropriate emissions and all that other stuff.
So then you just set it in a non-emission state on a RV park. What do they call those? I'm drawing a fucking blank right now, but KOA, something like that.
Yes, but you're only renting a spot on the KOA. It's not a permanent address. That's what I'm saying is there's so many loopholes that get you bound up that they're forcing you into something.
I gotta imagine there's gotta be a way to loophole it out. You know what I mean? So somebody's gotta have figured it out.
You would think so, but it's not.
It's just as a people though, we've gotten so lazy and so reliant on technology that this is just the way it is, and they banked on that. The government, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it's here or it's in the Australia, UK, Germany, or wherever.
Oh no, yeah.
They're literally just they want control, and that's really what it breaks down to. If they can't control you, you're a problem.
So, real quick, O'Neill, we grew up in a house and eminent domain. They bought our parents out of their home that we were living in so they could put a freeway in.
Mm-hmm.
Literally said, yeah, we're going to put a freeway here, and it just so happens that your house is in the way, so we're going to buy you out, and it's going to happen one of two ways. We're going to buy you out and you're going to accept the offer, or if it gets to a certain point, we're going to give you what we consider fair market value, and which is going to be less than what it actually is worth, and you're out of here. In the same instance that you're talking about, a woman was recently forced out of her ancestral home. They're doing the same thing here with families and neighborhoods and homes to put up these data centers. Okay. And the data centers are not only for AI, but they're also for a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, they're doing the same thing here.
Yeah, I mean, hell, they did that back in
the 90s.
94, 95, somewhere in there, wasn't it? 92,
90,
93, 94, somewhere in there. They
90
did that. With,
95 is when they bought the house from mom and dad.
I thought it was in like 94, but
No,
you're probably right.
because I shipped off after high school in 95. And that's when you guys moved to the other place.
Yeah. So they've been doing that for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Eminent domain's always been a thing in the U.S. They can use it for a myriad of things. But yeah. Yeah, the government has a right to anyone's land if they have a certain amount of acres. If there's a certain threshold where it benefits, um, how do they put it? If it benefits the majority, uh, then they can come in and take it. And a highway benefits the majority of people. Your one home doesn't count. A data center benefits the majority, so they're going to take your house, and you know, it's when like private companies come in though. They're like, hey, I want to build a uh, apartment complex here on this land, so I need help eminent domaining this for this apartment complex that's going in. I think that's BS. Like, fight that all day long. You don't win, but fight that all day long. Uh, oh, speaking of that, there's a high rise in Florida, and these people all own these condos inside this high rise. Okay. This billionaire guy was coming in and very quietly buying people out. Some people were going, nope, I ain't doing it. Like, the condos were anywhere from 450 to $500,000. Okay. That's what these people paid for these condos. They, some people, are being given, here's 600,000. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're taking the money and they're leaving. Well, there's a rule in place where if they own, like if one single person owns 80% of the building, they can then turn around and force the rest of everyone else to sell their stuff. And so there's a fine line where you want to hold out, because if you hold out, you're going to get more money. But there comes a point where you don't know where that 80% is, because you don't know who's buying the shit up.
Yep. And then you're SOL. You're shit out of luck because now you've passed that threshold. Now you don't get nothing.
So what it is there were a couple of people that made out like bandits. 1.5 million, 1.6 million dollars is what they were walking away with on a condo that was $300,000, $400,000. Okay, but once that threshold hit, it goes back down to that $200,000, $300,000 that they're gonna. And he was buying this building so he could tear it down and put up a building for his business where people lived. They could see the ocean. They didn't want to move. They were happy where they were. It was just, hey, that some of them didn't even work anymore. They're just like, no, this is where hey. And yeah, it's crazy that a private company can turn around and do something like that and force people out of their homes or whatnot. Mind you, it's a condo building. I get it. It's a little different to a point, but still, if
home is still where you home. Home
correct.
Is still where home is at, man.
Oh,
That's all there is to it.
I agree, but it's a little different than you owning 5, 10 acres, even 1 acre, and a house, and it's a single occupancy house, and they come and go, nope, we own the land, we're kicking you off. Here's some money, go away. You got nothing you can do about it. It's like, what the hell?
I mean, at what point? Literally, I don't even know when it happened, but at what point is? I guess, as far as I can remember, you never really, and even just educationally, I don't think you've ever owned anything on as far as land was concerned. Because if you didn't pay the taxes, they could take it away.
Correct. So
So you'd never truly own it.
no, you don't truly own your car either, because at any point they could take it away if you don't pay insurance, if you don't go get the emissions done, if it's not drive worthy.
I don't think so.
Yep.
I think you can still own the car, and
Not
if
drive it.
if it's not being driven,
Yeah.
you don't have to have insurance. If it's not being driven, you don't have to have license or registration. If you want to drive it, you have to have that stuff on there.
Well, yeah.
But once you
that's
bought the car, you own the car to an extent.
that's the key word, to an extent.
Well, I mean, you literally own the car. They can't take it other than if you're in a position where you had to give it up as far as a lawsuit or something of that nature. But like,
You can't do anything with it. I own
you
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't do anything with it other than drink it. You own the car, you can't do anything with it except look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
you just can't drive it out on the open road. So if you decide that you just don't want to drive it, you can let it sit there and it just sits there.
yes.
If you wanted to drive it, you could drive it.
But there's
But
consequences.
there's consequences. Yes, there's
Right.
consequences.
And that goes back to you really don't own it.
You would still own it. You would just have to pay to get it back because there are consequences to doing it.
Ownership implies that you can do with what you want with it.
I agree.
And
That
if
is the way it should be.
And if it's a car,
You should be able to drive it.
correct. And if they're keeping you from driving it, do you really own it? And again, we're just going around in circles on definitions, but I agree with you. Yeah, I can own it and sit there and have it on a pedestal and just look at it and be like, man, look at that thing. But do I really own it? I mean, yeah, but can I do anything with it? No. Well, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Why do I got it?
Yeah, what's the point of having it if I can't do anything with it?
Oh, in the UK, if it doesn't have road tax or insurance, it can be towed away and crushed. So you can't even own it over there. You can't even put it away.
Well, and so like just as a general example, if you remember back in Arizona, you could have the vehicle, and even if it was perfectly operable, if you didn't have a current plate on it, the city could come in and fine you for it.
Correct. Yep.
So a lot of people resorted to just parking it in the backyard.
In the backyard,
In the garage.
in the garage, or they backed it in so you couldn't see the plate because we have rear plates.
They've gotten to the point where they actually would mark the tires and or check to see if the vehicle is moving.
Yes, if it was on public streets.
They went as far as doing it on your property, dude.
And
what's the difference? It's on your property, whether it's facing forward or back. They can still nail you for it.
They can, but it's a little more difficult to prove if you go out there and you wash off their markings.
But all they have to do is go up and take a picture of the plate.
True. No, I agree with that. It's just, again, the semantics behind it, they had to do a little bit more and make them work for it.
Well, it was just easy. Most people would just say, well, I'll just take it through the RV gate and park it behind the RV gate.
Yep.
So it's out of sight, out of mind.
Put a cover over it.
Yeah.
Yep. So. Oh, and the Strange world we live in.
No, sorry about that. It's that time of year.
Yeah,
I'm sure that was probably loud.
a little bit. Let's see here. Um, this is from the pro flock crowd. They keep saying that there's no expectation of privacy on public roads, and they're half right. Okay, on public roads, you know, you don't typically, as a general rule, have the expectation of privacy.
No, you're out in public, man. You're out and about. You're doing things.
But here's where the other half comes into play. And this was actually on a court case from the Supreme Court.
Let's get one thing clear. I'm not agreeing with it.
No.
I am agreeing with there's no expectation of privacy out in public.
Yes.
But you still have privacy as far as.
No. Actually, this is where the court comes in and says you do have some privacy even in public.
You do.
And here's where it comes in at. And this is a court case that come down, U.S. versus Jones, and this is in 2012. They made it clear that long-term tracking of someone's personal movements on public roads
That's stalking.
Raises serious Fourth Amendment concerns. Carpenter in 2018 ruled that compiling an all-encompassing record of a person's movements goes beyond ordinary public exposure.
Yes.
That's where it becomes only half right.
Correct.
So, yes, I'm in public. I really don't have an expectation of privacy. However, if you start compiling,
you're tracking my any and every movement for an extended period of time.
That's where it becomes a problem.
That's where it's the problem. Yes.
Correct.
And you are stalking.
And
you are a goddamn serial stalker, in my opinion. That's what this is all about. This is stalking. This is stalking the public.
Yeah. Now, cell phones.
Have you seen the gal that had said that she was going to send a cease and desist letter to the flock?
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, I'd like to think it is, but it's not.
It's a start.
I think if enough people did it, maybe a class action lawsuit could pop up. Maybe there might be something there, but we're talking years and years in court before it ever happens. And by that time, so many of these other companies are going to be popped up. They'll be like, hey, it's commonplace now. And once something becomes commonplace, it's very difficult for the courts to go, well, everyone's going to turn their shit off, because it's not going to happen. Take the UK, for example. Okay. They've had cameras everywhere for a very long time, much longer than we've had them here in the US. Okay. They had pretty much 24-hour surveillance for like the last 15, 20 years over that way. Here, it just recently popped up in the last 5, 10 years.
We've had it for a long time. It's just not been publicly known.
Not at the extent that it's at now. Not
right
on every corner, on every it used to be, okay, well, we got this intersection that's got cameras, but the next 3, there's no cameras there. We've got this intersection over here that's got cameras. The next 5 or 6 don't have. Now it's every intersection. Now it's every
and a lot of that is just for the state. It was designed for the state to have for state use.
Correct.
It wasn't for collecting data.
No, it wasn't. And it was also, maybe the town says, hey, look, we've got our own town police, we have our own town municipality, and we want to have these cameras up just to make it easier for the local sheriffs, but they're the only ones that had access to it. It wasn't a private entity that had it. It
No,
was,
and the rules and regs were a lot stricter on
you had to have
the
a
state.
warrant, you had to do this, and you had to, in order to get all that. O'Neill says that it's been since the 90s over in the UK.
Mhm.
I didn't think it was that far back, but it makes sense. Um, and yes, the UK has the most cameras per square mile than anywhere in the world. Um, I think that the US is really creeping up on that, like in some of these major cities, like Atlanta. Take remember that deep block I showed you
Mhm.
and that map and everything? Yeah, there is so many cameras in the Atlanta metro area. It's unreal. Is it as bad as over in the UK? Not yet, but
That's
they're
exactly
yeah.
what they're freaking doing here.
Oh yeah.
At first, it's just to do this, but it's not. Their hidden agenda is not for doing that. Is it a byproduct of it? Of course it is.
Yeah. Well,
But it's not just that. It's to track and get the people that are not going to fall in line is what it's
they
going to.
they are absolutely selling this as safety and security, when in actuality, it is for compliance.
Yep. Yeah. If you don't fall in line and agree with it, you're a problem. We're going to
Absolutely.
address it and take care of you immediately.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, we have some things court wise that we can kind of lean back on and go, look, you're doing too much. But by the time that we actually get out there and get it to court and get it pushed, it's going to be so commonplace because it's going to get tied up in the courts for way too long.
It is, and I don't think enough people are going to step up enough and and get this ball rolling soon enough for it to nip it in the ass. And that's exactly what they're banking on. There's not going to be enough people to step up to the plate, and people need to step up and start talking about it and saying, "Hey, this is BS. You need to get out of this, or we need to stop this immediately."
Yeah. Um, but again, I think that I think it's going to get to the point where it'll get tied up in court long enough to where it becomes such a commonplace thing, because it's not going to be just Flock, it'll be Palantirs, it's going to be
Yeah,
all these
well,
other, and we'll
and
be
how
like,
long's Flock been around at this point?
not not a crazy amount of time. We're talking just a couple of years.
But I mean, you got to figure how long has it taken them to put up all of those cameras?
No
They
time at
could,
all. They went from having less than like 10,000 cameras across the entire US to having over 100,000 in less than 2 years.
yeah, no,
I mean,
absolutely.
so um, so yeah. In one hand, we have a possibility we can get a little bit of reprieve from it, but in actuality, we're screwed, and I don't see a
So
way out of it.
I heard I watched something today. I guess it wasn't today; it would have been yesterday. But right now, if I recall, Flock is not. It doesn't have like shareholders, so it's not public, I guess. So if you were, and I'm trying to remember what the cost of the cameras were, like $3,000 a piece. And right now, if you were to take down, hypothetically, if you were to take down the majority of the cameras, it would cost them $3,000 every time they had to put up another camera, right?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, so you figure they have how many cameras now? What'd you say?
120,000 nationwide.
So
That's the whole number. I think it's
multiply
like
that
117.
multiply that by 3,000. You know what I mean? You're what, in the billions?
Well, let's just take a quick look here.
120.
120, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Times that by. No. So if it's 3,000 a camera, right?
Mhm.
120,000 cameras, that's 360 million.
Okay. Even at that. So let's just say it's $360 million. Okay.
Yep.
If you were to take these cameras out, at some point it would cripple the company. When it doesn't cripple the company is when it has the shareholders and it's now.
You're missing one small caveat to that. I agree with what you're saying on the surface, but you're missing one small caveat.
Yeah, okay, so I might have. I probably actually do have it wrong. 3,000 a year, but I don't remember what they said that the cameras were worth. I just know that if they were to destroy the cameras, hypothetically, if you destroyed enough of them, it would potentially cripple the company to where they couldn't recover and it would shut down. The problem with that is, once that one's gone, the next one will pop in.
Yes. So let's take it on the surface level. Okay. If we only went after Flock, okay, as a society and said we don't want Flock here no more, and we only went after them, yes, we could theoretically cripple them to the point where they'd go out of business. But you have these other companies that are putting these cameras and whatnot up, and they're just going to take the place of Flock.
Mhm.
And we would be in a never ending battle of removing these cameras. Okay, that's best case scenario in that aspect. Here's the problem that you've got. Yes, Flock is a civilian company. Where do you think they're getting their money from? They're getting their money from someone that has pockets that have no bottom.
Right.
And it's called the U.S. taxpayers. We're basically paying for our own surveillance.
Right.
And we have these three-letter agencies out there that are backing companies like Flock, backing companies like Palantir. Why? Because they can circumvent the legal ramifications of having to go get warrants because these companies are handing the information to them. Hey, that's a private company. They just handed the information to us. We asked, and they said, yes, here you go. And we're the ones paying for the new cameras. We're the ones paying for the new cameras going up or the replacement of the cameras that were taken down and so on and so forth.
So what you're saying is we need a solar flare.
Yes, we need the sun to burp and to fry everything. And I'll meet you somewhere in Tennessee where it's like halfway.
Yeah.
Lord. So here's
it's just so disturbing that people are just that
it is.
that ridiculously greedy and just why just leave people alone, man.
Here's the thing. It's human nature to innovate. Innovation is how we went from horses to horsepower. Innovation is how we went from having the Model T to Big Daddy Don Garlits running down the damn quarter-mile drag strip at 200 plus miles an hour. Innovation is how we had the bootleggers up in the hills of Virginia and West Virginia and Tennessee, okay, and Kentucky, to having NASCAR where they're running around these tracks at 180 to 210 miles an hour. Innovation is where we went from having the Ford Pinto that if you hit it in the ass and it blew up because they decided to put the gas tank in the wrong spot, to having um, these damn Audis with the battery underneath the driver's seat and ejecting them into the sunroof. Innovation is good and bad all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, here's where it is. We're fucked.
We
Okay,
are.
it's
Yeah.
it's not a matter of. It's a matter of when.
So
We're just screwed. We're
O'Neill said something
prolonging.
earlier. O'Neill said something earlier in regards to we need to have, you know, EMP. He also said something to the effect of the next wars will be EMP wars. Okay, where we're trying to just destroy everyone's electricity and everything. They've already got this set up. Okay, the Chinese have a backdoor into pretty much every power grid in the US. They have a backdoor into pretty much every power grid in the UK, all right, and in Europe. Because if you take a look at the infrastructure, we haven't updated appropriately our infrastructure, whether it be for electricity or water or sewage, okay, in a very long time. We're working on antiquated infrastructure, in all honesty. Okay. They've had a long time to come in and be able to build back doors to get into it to start shutting us down. It's the same thing that we've tried doing to them. Okay. EMP is best case scenario. It's where it shuts everything down across the entire world. That's why I say a sunburp. Let's all get back out there with knives, bows and arrows, and start all over. Yeah,
Slingshots.
yeah. Now, the reality of this entire thing, though, is when something like that happens, 95% of the population of the world dies within the first year.
Mhm.
That's the reality of it.
They're not going to know how to hunt. They're not going to know how to get clean water. They're not going to know how to do a lot of things.
They're
They're
going
too
to
reliant
be
on technology.
they're going to be living in groups of people that when one gets sick, it's going to spread to them like wildfire, and they're not going to have the medication to do anything about it. They're not going to be able to trust each other, and it's just going to be complete and total anarchy very quickly. And
Oh, yeah.
and in the first year, 90 to 95% of the people are going to be wiped off the planet. In places, and this sounds kind of crazy, but in places like, I don't know, Afghanistan,
They're going to survive, and they're going to live off
they
perfectly
live
fine.
off of nothing as it is.
Absolutely.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Places in Africa.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. Places in South America where they're out in the middle of nowhere and they're not reliant on technology.
Yep.
There's a couple of places in the U.S. that very limited technology. They'll be okay. But yeah, and it's a Walking Dead without the zombies.
The zombies are going to be the fucking humans
The-
because they're not going to. I'm going to tell you one thing, man. I'm not going to trust nobody.
No, there's very few people that you're going to be able to trust.
Nope.
Very few.
Yep.
But yeah, so
So if you're not in my fucking inner circle, don't even fucking approach me because
No.
you'll be fucking dead in the second step you take.
and it's very sad that it's going to come down to that
Mm-hmm.
if that were to transpire because of the fact that
You can't trust nobody. They're in survival mode.
correct
So
they're doing exactly what they need to do in order to put food on their table,
Yep.
to put food in their kids' mouths or their family's mouths. And you are in their way, just like they are in your way. That's the reality of the entire thing. Now, let's go back to more happier times, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird to say. Um, we were talking about flock drones, and it's called the Flock Alpha. Yeah, barbed wire bats. Yes, I could show you the barbed wire bat, but I don't want to get kicked off YouTube yet. So the Flock Alpha is the drone. Now the Flock Alpha is a reactionary system coupled with Flock that has also been inundated with not only just, oh, we're looking at license plates, they're looking at all of the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth and everything. They're listening to you. Like if you walk by a Flock camera, they've updated where they are listening to if you say something. Like if you and I are walking by one, it's listening to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's listening to everything. It has audio.
It has the ability to, with the AI, to focus on your phone, and it can tell what you're looking at. Like if it sees your screen, it'll pull it up and be crystal clear. So it's in gunshots, stuff like that. Here's the other part of it. It has the ability to send these drones out, if they have the drones in the area set up, which is craziness, where these drones, they're flying at over 60 miles an hour. They've got the ability to launch themselves via AI saying launch. Okay. They have the ability to stream in thermal video. So it could be dead of the night, no stars, no moon, no lights, and they'll be able to pick you up off of your thermal signature. It can be controlled via a cop and his phone. Like it gets sent out and the cop can take it over and start flying it. Okay. It can read your license plate from 2,000 foot away. So here's the kicker on that. At 2,000 foot, you're not going to hear the drone.
No.
You may
hell
not
no.
even see it.
Nope.
Okay. Even in the dead of the night, if it's got the little flashy lights, you look up, you're not going to realize that's a drone. You're just going to think, hey, that could be a plane. Okay. And it's going to be able to read your license plate. In daytime, you're not even going to see the little flashy lights. At 2,000 foot up, you probably won't even see the drone.
No, you won't.
Okay.
No,
Even if
because
it's
at like 8 or 1,000 feet, you can't see it.
800 or 1,000 foot, yeah, it almost disappears. And that's when you're looking for it.
Yeah.
And that's a decent sized drone.
I'm trying to remember my DJI. When I had my DJI drone, I could legitimately take mine and I could fly mine to mom and dad's if I wanted to from my house. And I was 5 miles away.
My drone that I've got, I can put it up to 200 meters up.
Mine went miles.
Mine goes 200 meters up and it disappears.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I want to say I think mine was like 8 or 1,000 feet, and it was like you could just barely even discern it was even there.
Oh yeah. And mine's a small drone. Mine's
mine wasn't very big.
It goes up, and I haven't had I have so many trees around here that I'm afraid to see how far away it goes. Like I've taken it straight up and topped it out as far as the elevation goes. But this is a little $100 drone and goes 200 meters up and you can barely see it. And that's not even close to being 1,000 foot. Not even close. Okay, and these drones here are going to be bigger. They're obviously going to get painted to where you won't realize that they're flying above you if you're not paying attention to it. And 2,000 foot, it's going to damn near disappear.
At 2,000 feet, it should disappear.
Well, it should, because it's so small at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
They're supposed to come back. They are supposed to come back if they lose signal.
the good ones are.
Yeah.
I don't know if mine will.
My DJI one would. That's like I said. I think I could fly mine.
Yeah, but how much was yours?
I didn't pay. I think I bought mine.
How much was yours new? Not how much did you pay? How much was it new?
I think it was probably $700 or $800 new.
Yeah.
But like I said, mine was not cell phone operated or anything. It was literally.
Mhm.
I mean, I think I could hook my cell phone up to it so I could see, because it had camera and gimbal and all that.
Yeah.
But I want to say I could very easily put mine over to mom and dad's, which is a little over 5 miles away.
How long was the flight time to it?
I don't remember, dude. It's
I've-
been so long.
I've
It
got
was a hot minute.
Yeah, I've got pretty decent amount of flight time on mine.
I think mine
So-
was close to a half hour.
Yeah, mine's not even close to that. Mine probably 10 minutes. So I could probably fly mine at a good distance away from where I start, but the problem is the signal. It runs off of Bluetooth and it runs off of Wi-Fi. So it has to be connected, and it will only go as far as the Wi-Fi from the phone reaches it. The more expensive drones definitely have a better reach than what mine does. So, but yeah, mine's probably got about 300 meter range, 200 meters straight up, because it has that line of sight, and then probably maybe 500 meter distance before it says, "Yep, I'm lost," and then I lose it.
I was so nervous on mine because of the fact that it was so expensive, and then replacing parts was expensive on it.
Oh yeah, the
That-
blades.
The blades weren't a big deal, but like I broke something on mine. It cost me quite a few $100 to fix it. So I
Oh,
was
no
just
kidding.
like, yeah. But I never flew mine as it was intended because I was so new at it and so just like nervous about breaking it.
Yeah,
I never flew it to its capability, but I would have loved to. Now that we keep talking about it, man, I keep thinking about possibly just reintroducing myself into maybe trying to get into another drone scenario. But then I'm also like,
well, at this point, maybe having your own drone, as a defensive mechanism may not be a bad thing to
maybe,
have.
maybe, even if you bought the cheapy ones and you could just strap a couple little things onto it to be deterrents.
Oh, I mean, thermite's legal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this right here is a little clip of these Flock Alpha drones. If you take a look at them, they're like those little speed racer drones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you can see, it's got up to a 4 mile radius from wherever it's launched at. It's got different camera systems. It's got modems. It's got a parachute attached to it. Look at this camera system that's here.
Yeah.
It is unreal. Look at all those different cameras. 2,000 foot away, it'll read your license plate. Thermal technology can't get away. And the crazy thing is they can pretty much put these anywhere and no one will know that they're there. They just,
Yeah, I mean, look at the carbon fiber blades.
mm-hmm. You
know
got
what
these little
pissed-
boxes on buildings where
Yeah.
they charge up and everything. No one knows what the little box is until it opens up and the damn drone flies out of it.
Yep.
So that's what you got to look forward to.
And that looks like they pull the battery out, put a new one in, and off it goes again.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
has several different batteries in it.
the Walmart's got the drones. Amazon's got drones where they can deliver packages and stuff to you. My Walmart right here by the house, it's got drone landing pads. And I was coming home one day. I look up and I see like 3 or 4 drones flying. I'm like, what the hell? And then I realized, oh, those are going to the Walmart. And these drones are not small.
No,
These are good sized drones.
they
And
they have to be able to pick up and carry things. So
yeah, the they charge wirelessly, so you don't even have to change batteries out. They just come in, they drop in, and they sit on the pad and they charge. It's amazing technology. I love the technology. I really do. The fact that we can utilize some of the technology for some of the great advances that we've had is amazing. The issue I've got is the
wrong hand side of it.
right, the surveillance side of it. Why are they surveying? Why?
Well,
Fucking why?
even
You
at
know?
that, look at what we've seen. I don't know, it's been a while back, but the fact that they could take these tiny little drones this big and target people with it with
Yep.
small explosives in them, and you're done.
Oh yeah. And,
It's-
and the crazy thing is, it used to be science fiction.
Oh, it's not science fiction no more.
No, it's science fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's crazy how they take stuff that's science fiction and they're able to go, oh, we're going to do this. It's like, people, chill out.
Well,
It's for movies. It's for, and they're like, no, we're going to do this for real life.
no, yeah, that Skynet's
So-
coming.
So here's something. There's a missile that has no explosives on it. It's samurai blades, basically. And they've used it to take out a terrorist. And this guy would get out on his little patio of his high-rise building, and he'd drink his coffee or tea or whatever it was, and they knew where he was at, and they sent this thing in, and it pretty much sliced his ass up. The technology to use something like blades on a missile or a rocket to kill someone, not to blow anything up, just to go in and just slice his ass up. We have great technology used for a lot of stupid stuff, or in some cases, hey, it's needed, but now they're using it on us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Again, step out of line.
Yeah.
See what
Um,
happens.
Now, here's a crazy thing for you, which this is not too far away from where I live at. It's I live north of Atlanta, and this town is north of Atlanta as well. And this guy has, I mean, it's a park.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen this.
Okay. This is a park.
I've seen this.
And he's showing you it's all park, and There's no cars.
Yep.
This is a flock camera and a park with no cars. They're not looking at license plates. They're watching people at this point.
That is straight up just I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And if you look, there are some of these cameras that are facing playgrounds. Why are they facing a playground? Some of them are even facing bathrooms at the park. Why? None of it makes any sense.
It makes perfectly sense to me.
Enlighten the rest of us on that.
Why would there be cameras pointing at bathrooms and or playgrounds?
Let's hear it.
They're looking for kids.
They're watching everything and
They're
everyone.
watching anything and everything.
So it's craziness. It is
There
mind-boggling.
absolutely is no fucking reason for there to be a camera there.
No, there's not. Absolutely not. So, all right. It's getting. We've been on this for a little over 2 hours.
Yep. Yep.
We're gonna be calling it here shortly, but I definitely did not want to leave this on a sour note, but I did want to leave this on a trolling note. And I say that with much love and respect to my British UK counterparts. I love y'all's sense of humor. I really do. It's dry, just like ours.
Mine's
And-
dry. It's a little bit of everything.
But this is a video out of the UK. These guys were building a Lego house. And I'm not talking like Lego house. I'm talking a house made out of Lego bricks. Okay? And they were putting thousands upon thousands of Legos together to make a brick to be a part of the house, and they were doing this. Okay? So this is great, and it is hilarious, and this is something I would do. And I know damn well this is something you would do. But I want to get your reaction to it if you haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Then I definitely want to get your reaction to it. Yeah, there we go.
When archaeologists unearth this house, they will find evidence of the British public being funny. Here it is. Introducing a pink brick to an otherwise red one. Now, I didn't notice that because we were building the wall from the other side, and it wasn't until we got up to there that we spotted it, which means it's embedded forever. And if it was you who did this, I hate you.
Yep, I'd definitely do something like that.
They put that pink brick in the red brick, and there's no way to get it out. Well, you could, but
You're not going to
It's-
undo hours and hours and hours of fucking work.
nope, it's there.
Take it
It's
out.
done.
And that's one of those fucking OCD things. You're just like,
Yep,
motherfucker.
yep.
I like his sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
The guy that did that, fuck yeah.
cheers, brother.
I would pour another one, but I'm out of ice, so.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything coming up this upcoming week?
No, I mean just standard work shit. I got to get at some point after hours here. After I get out of work, I got to get in and do some rearranging and get some things done here at the house. But other than that, I don't have any like plans of going fishing or camping or anything like that yet. So I might get a
I
spur of the moment and I might go try fishing. But my days are pretty well packed with shit that I need to get done. Just standard house shit.
yeah, I've
And I'm
got
gonna be honest with you, a lot of times, man, when I get done, I like to come home and just
oh
because
yeah.
bending and kneeling and wrenching and cutting yourself up, and it takes a lot out of you, especially when you get to our age and get old.
Yeah, not quite as old as Pops, but we're getting there very quickly. Like, it wasn't but 20 years ago, Pops was my age.
Yeah,
And 20
Hey,
years ago was, well,
he was
20,
probably wishing it was 20 years ago.
20 years ago was after the 2000s.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Well, it would have been '06.
yeah. And in '06, I had already got out of the service after 8 years. I had already come back from Iraq as a contractor, and I had just moved to Georgia.
I couldn't tell you what I was doing. I'd have to sit and think about it for a few hours.
Hey, O'Neill and I are the same age. Yeah. O'Neill and I are the same age.
I'm kicking right on the back of y'all's heels.
Yeah, you ain't too far behind.
No.
Yeah, not
And
too
let
far
me tell
behind.
you, most days I fucking feel it.
Oh,
But I still get up and think that I'm good to go. So as long as that happens, I
hey,
keep going.
I get up thinking I'm still 25, and then I stand up and I go, ooh, ow, ooh,
Yep. Nope.
nope, I'm not
Just kidding.
25.
Look at me last night, man. I had supper with the wife. We're throwing some Yahtzee around, having a couple drinks, having a good time.
Yeah,
Go to bed, get up this morning, and I'm like, what in the is wrong with my lower back?
yeah.
It has been hurting me all damn day.
See, you slept too much. That's what happened.
No,
You slept too much. That's the only
no,
reason your lower back hurts is you got too much sleep.
no.
That's your body
I
telling.
didn't. I slept wrong, is what it was.
Yeah, you slept too much.
No,
Um,
because I guarantee you, I probably still didn't get 5 or 6 hours of sleep.
if you wake up over 40 and nothing hurts, you're dead. Amen, brother.
Amen. I told you I was gonna like this guy.
Yeah. Um, yeah, sis, I will be seeing you tomorrow. Um, probably about 10, 11 o'clock-ish, I'm guessing. I don't have an exact time frame because you and I didn't discuss it. And it's kind of my fault. But yes, we will be seeing you tomorrow. Um,
There's that ish in there. So
yeah. This week for me, we've got a grand opening in Chattanooga. So I'll be spending a couple of days in Chattanooga.
awesome.
Uh, well, kind of, sort of. I mean, yeah, it's 2 hours one way, but I mean, I could make the 2 hour trip there and then get done 2 hours back, then do it again the next morning. Just get in a hotel. just just gonna go up there, get a hotel, and just kind of
Might as well and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
I still have to sit down and figure out uh, my trip to back home. I think I'm going to see about doing it in uh, probably the very, very beginning portion of November.
let me know
I will.
so that
I'm
I
just giving
can.
you a sort of heads up because I am trying to make uh, my best friend in the world, Wes.
Mhm.
Him and his wife got eloped, so they got married.
Yeah.
So
Are they doing a
they're
an
doing
actual ceremony for people?
their private thing. So they're inviting friends and stuff to
Mhm.
their place back home. So, and
Nice.
that's in the within the first week of November. So I've got to try to coordinate it to where I'm not making a trip, say next month, and then trying to figure out how I'm going to get back out there in November.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to try and get it to where I can get out there, do what I need to do at mom and pop's place, get out there, do that with him, spend some
Yep.
time with him, and then make the drive back. So
It just keep me posted so that I can make the out there and we can on the way back.
oh, you're gonna make me drive out there on my own?
I don't know if I'm gonna. It depends. I gotta know it in far enough in advance to find out how many
We'll talk
days.
about it.
You know.
We'll
so,
talk about it.
Um, but outside of that, just real quick, everyone. Um, is this it? Yeah. Go to mrzmedia.com/pbd for Brothers Decisions, and you can take a look at the website that we got going on here. Um, Scroll on down, you'll be able to see a little bit of us. You'll be able to see the bottles that we've drank with a little bit of everything that we've drank in the 36 episodes going on. And then our latest episode. Now, this one right here was last week's episode here. Um, and then when we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to end up doing a little bit of a smoking food episode. Okay. And there's a poll here that you can pick what we're going to be doing. And it looks like it's, for the most part, updated. Looks like
Yeah.
it's got the steak on there. It's got the meat and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got buttons so you can see all of our episodes. It takes you straight to them. Okay. And then, oops. It's also got one that takes you to all of our shorts that we've got going out. And you got LD in there where we had a little get together with him.
Again, too, if you guys have any suggestions for um,
Episodes, topics.
episodes, topics, merch, any of that stuff, because we don't have a whole lot going on right now on the merch. What do we have? Like a shirt and a glass right now?
We do have a shirt and a glass. Matter of fact, right here, I don't know who this guy is. I'm kind of glad he's there. He's better looking than you and I are. But he's got the shirt and the glass there. But you go there, which takes you to kdz.com. But you scroll down just a little bit, there is Poor Brothers. And that's got some of our merch on there.
If you have ideas, let us know. Seriously. Wow. We haven't seen any emails pour in yet. So,
Yeah. And subscribe to our emails.
yeah.
We're there.
Like and subscribe too, man. That helps
get-
us.
Here also, we got, if you got something for us, your name, your email, you got a little drop down, suggestion, collaboration, request, clarifying question, correction. We're not above screwing some shit up, saying something that's wrong.
Hell no, we're not above admitting we're wrong either. So,
And then go ahead and throw your message in there. It will come to us. But yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff. If you want to contact us, there it is. Yes, I am Mr. Zed, and Katie Zed is my better half. Mr. 3 here is my younger brother. I would say my little brother, except for the fact he's, I don't know, about 6 inches taller than I am.
I am not. Get the fuck out of here. I'm 6 foot. You're 5'9".
5'9". I am definitely fatter than he is. So, but no, yeah, Katie Z is my better half. But yeah, go ahead and take a look at fourbrothersmedia.com/pbd, and you will see right here. And it's got a bunch of little stuff like here's this day in history, what happened Saturday, July 25th. Lovely Louise, 1978. The first, go back. The first baby conceived through IVF is born. 1909, Louise Berlot flies across the English Channel. In a monoplane from Calais to Dover in 37 minutes. 43, Mussolini falls from power, which was in the book. So some things are going to be kind of in more than one place. 65, Bob Dylan goes electric at Newport. So there's some pretty cool stuff here that we've got going on. And, you know, hopefully get a little bit out of it. You know?
This is just two brothers getting together on a channel talking about BS. So
Pretty much.
we're not looking to get rich and famous. We're not looking to do anything. We're just literally out here just to entertain people. That's it. We don't care.
And here's the thing. We would have these types of conversations over the phone, over like, I don't know, Google Meet or Skype or whatever it is. And one day we decided, we find ourselves entertaining. We have heated conversations. We've,
That's due to our boy, the work that goes on to the website.
The website? Oh, that's
due to our
Hoopy
boy
Star.
Hoopy Star, baby.
Yeah,
Hoopy Star.
he and I talked quite a bit. Chris and I talked about it with them, and he was able to put a bunch of stuff in. It is amazing what he's been able to do.
Yeah, he's done it in a very short time.
Oh yeah. Talk about using technology to your advantage. He's been able to do that, which is amazing. There's a lot of good that can come from technology, and he's showing us the good side of it, keeping us kind of humbled in that regards. So we don't hate technology.
No, absolutely not.
I'm actually a freaking gear geek, technology geek when it comes to certain things. But I also realize that we need to be aware of what's going on around us. And that's what I'm trying to do with some of the flock stuff, what you're trying to do with some of the car stuff that we talk about. Some of the technology that's going in the car, that's kind of messed up. We need to get away from that. But no, we talk about a lot of different stuff, and we figured that we find ourselves entertaining.
Yeah,
why not bring it out to everyone else?
Yeah, and that brings us back to where we would have these conversations, and we just decided, you know what? Why not put it out on the air and just have the conversations and just show people that we don't agree.
Oh no.
But we don't get to the point where we're
not going to talk to each other.
Yeah. It's not.
That sounds silly.
I mean, it sounds silly to us because it's just the way that we are. But
we've also grown up always with the mindset of, one, we're family and we're going to always be there for each other. And Sis can attest to this. The other thing is we've also grown up with the mindset of we're not always going to agree, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's 100% okay. As
And-
long as you don't take it to the extreme. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we don't take it to that extreme
No.
because we're mindful and we respect what each other has as far as an opinion is concerned.
Right.
But we're also we're very like-minded in some ways, but in some things we're not like-minded.
Oh no.
But that's okay. You're allowed to be that way.
My whole
And it's refreshing to see, as far as I'm concerned, it's refreshing to see this type of content as far as where we can have our disagreements and yet we're just fine and we can move on and it's not a big deal.
no. And here's the thing I like the most in regards to that is something that I've always had a mindset of. If you and I agreed on everything, okay, one of us is irrelevant. Why is there a carbon copy of me? No.
Or vice versa. Why is it me?
Yeah.
You know?
We need to have some type of way of communicating, talking things through, having a difference of opinion, having a different view, and being able to work through that stuff. And that is how we've always been.
And I think that's the biggest thing about conversation is, can you as an individual step aside from your view, see the other view? You may not still agree with it, but you can see that side of it.
And you can respect that.
And you can respect it.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with it. And you don't necessarily have to have that conversation again. And it should.
Dad told me of a time that I think it was his mom, no, his grandmother. Shit, I can't remember. This was a while ago. Had politicians at the dinner table. And they would meet, converse, break bread, and then go about. But they met at a neutral spot and they had conversation, which doesn't happen anymore. Having that neutral spot that we've got right here, okay, talking about stuff. And yeah, we agree on a bunch of stuff, but we also disagree on a bunch of stuff, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We're good with that. So, but again, I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. Oh yeah, we we definitely are devil's advocate on each other quite a bit. Like we'll agree on something, and one of us will definitely play devil's advocate to just explore the other side of the argument to make sure that we're not just agreeing just to agree.
Right.
So, but yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone that's here. Mama T, Ace, Pops,
O'Neill the Welshman.
O'Neill, I am glad that you're here. And yes, please come back.
Yeah.
We're here our time, Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S., 7 p.m. on Saturdays. I don't know what time it is where you are at. Ace.
We try to be responsive on the chat as much as we can. So
sometimes it gets moving kind of quick and we miss stuff.
Sometimes.
Like,
but
Shelly, I didn't see her. I haven't seen, it doesn't mean she's not there lurking. Okay.
Right.
Shelly Bond.
Roger.
Roger, I know that he's popped in every now and again and just said, yeah, I've been here.
Holy shit. Yeah, we better cut this.
What's up?
It's 2:30 his time.
Oh, we're sorry, Neil. We didn't mean to keep you up so late. Damn.
Good thing it's Sunday tomorrow, huh? Or today for him.
Today for him, it's already Sunday. Damn.
Yeah.
But anyway, as always, we're going to end the show like we always do. But again, thank you very much from the bottom of our heart. We appreciate you guys coming out and,
pass it on. Share with your friends.
Yeah, like, subscribe. If you can do that, that would be great. I saw that O'Neill subscribed earlier. I really appreciate it. But we love you. And before we head out, like always, this is our favorite guy in the whole world. Every single show, this is how we end it. So,
I don't know how many of you are familiar with the .577 T-Rex round. Today I'm going to shoot it. That was amazing.
we love you guys.
Great to meet you too, O'Neill. Have a good night,
Appreciate
bud.
you. Have a good night. Thank you.